Hey, this is Devin Helming with Pioneer. I just wanted to take a look as we've gone through pollination here and just kind of see what we're finding. Just got back from a week of vacation, so I haven't been in the field for a week, and this is will be a little example of what I'm finding out here. Another comment I've heard from guys in general is just all the number of second ears that we're finding. Here's the primary ear, and then right below this is a second ear. Right next to it, this plant, there's the first ear, second ear. I mean, we just saw a lot of those. And the question is, are they going to amount to much? Most of the times I would say they really don't amount to much. I'm just going to peel back and look, see. These are a couple bigger ones. We'll see what we've got for development on these second ears right now. Here's the second ear that I pulled off of one of those plants, and from this angle right here you don't see much. As I rotate it around, you actually do find some kernels in this section here that look like they're probably going to amount to something. So some of these ears are going to give us a few kernels, and many will not, but that's at least in this limited look what I'm seeing. This ear of corn right here I pulled from an area field, and I would say is predominantly in the milk stage, moving on towards dough. As the kernels move through the stages from blister to milk to dough and beyond, they become more stable. You have less risk of abortion at the end here. If we have really dry conditions, there's risk of a little bit more nose back, but again, as we go further through the kernel development, they just become more stable. Kernel weight is something that can be impacted with stresses on the plant, and just overall depth development can still be impacted. But just a couple quick hits on soybeans here. Number one, I'm getting questions on aphids, and for the most part, really haven't seen much, nor have the people that I've visited with seen much either. So aphids, at least to this point, seem to be very low pressure to non-existent. So another thing is spider mites, and in drier conditions, they can become more of an issue. In some isolated pockets, guys are finding those. I don't think I've seen any at real high threshold levels yet. There's none in this field that I can tell anyway. You can shake your plants on a piece of white paper, and if you see they're pretty small. I'm going to show you something else I'm kind of seeing show up right here. There are some isolated plants scattered throughout the canopy that are exhibiting these symptoms right here. My observation or assessment of some of these isolated plants would be that it is an SDS. You've got some brown lesions kind of surrounded by a yellow chlorotic tissue. Sometimes these symptoms can look similar to other diseases. White mold sometimes looks similar from a distance. Brown stem rot could have some similar examples. Final thing here I'm going to look at with this bean plant, just stage it, kind of see where we're at. The critical part for staging a bean plant is really looking at the top 4 nodes of the plant. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4 right here. So anything within those top 4 is really where we're at. I would say there's really no seed, so we're not to beginning seed, but I would say we are at full pod, which is over 3/4 of an inch of a pod. So this would be an R4 bean right now.